Bartender here, and you're watching my video on how to install a laminate or a vinyl plank floor into multiple rooms, into multiple areas, like a hallway, into a kitchen, into bedrooms, a bathroom, laundry, whatever. You can use this same process on all of those. Now go back and watch my where to start video. In the very first video of this series that you're watching on my laminate and vinyl plank installation, I show you exactly how to get to the point where we're at right now, and it will make it a lot easier for you if you start from step one than trying to jump in right now. Now I'm going to show you how easy it really is to go into multiple areas by using the lines that we snapped on the floor in the very beginning to use as a guide, and also to use the way that I showed you how to secure the floor to get a nice solid foundation. So here, let's watch. Okay, I'm going to show you how we're doing this going down the hallway now. You can see how I have the plank extended all the way down there. But basically is all I did is I put two temporary boards right in here. Both of these. On my next row, I know this is where I want to start, so I made sure I didn't have any joints lining up. So I'm putting this together. And now I'm putting together my roll that's actually going to go in there. So you can see right here, this piece, this is pretty close to where it's going to be, but so 3.5 inches. I'm going to make this doorway here. You can see I got 3.5, more than 3 3¾ I haven't straightened this out yet, but all I'm going to do is I'm just going to make my cut stop right here. And so I'm going to go cut this off, slide that in. Okay, so now I'll go down here. I still have my main chalk line snapped here that you can see. And I'll see where I need to be. I'm at 11 5/8. So now I just go down and I straighten this floor out to that 11 5/8 the whole way. Once I get the whole thing right where it's supposed to be, then I'll mark this. I'll go through and double check it all one more time. And then I'll take my marking board and I'll mark this row. With this marking board here that I use, this cheater board, is all I did is I took a board and I cut off the female end. I leave the male end on, which gives me the gap I want. By the time I run my marker right there, I'm getting the 1/4 inch that I want. And so that's how you make a cheater board. Now I get asked all the time about why didn't you leave a gap, and it's hard to see on my camera, but my sheetrock is up, and most places it's like that. You can see there's a 1/2 inch there, but from up above it doesn't look like I'm leaving a gap, but I have plenty to go underneath the sheetrock here. Now the other thing that's nice is my door jambs. I don't have any in yet because this is a new construction house. So for me it makes it a little easier. A lot easier actually. I'm gonna cut this right now and then I'm going to save these pieces for later. I'm going to show you. I am going to put in the very first piece down here, but then I'm going to leave the other ones out until later. We're going to temporarily secure this floor down in the hallway, and I'll show you how to do that next. Okay, so now what my plan is I'm going to start putting the next row in. And we are going to leave out the rest of this row, and I'm going to put in temporary pieces, and we're going to screw that in. Okay, so right now I'm drawing a line where I want to stop. Now if you look underneath here, you can see this 2x4. This door isn't in yet, and right there is going to be center of the door, and it's like that on pretty much all doors. So this door swings into the room, and so I know where the casing is going to land right here on this 2x4. That'll be center underneath the door, and if it swung the other way, then it would be this right here that I'd go by. Now I'm coming down the hall here on this next row. Before I secure this, I'm going to cut this in, and that's why I drew this line here. And so how I'm going to do it now, this is going to dip in a little bit there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and cut this right now on my mark that I have here. And just in case it's not perfectly straight, I'm marking both sides. Okay, in these doorways, I'm not going to use transitions. We're going to just fold the carpet at the edge right alongside of the laminate or the vinyl plank floor, whichever you have. Now, there's different types of ways of doing this, and I'll get a video out to show you how to do that. But typically on a wood subfloor, you just roll the carpet over and you can staple it with an electric tacker. That you can rent from any hardware store that has a rental department. And so that's typically how I like to do it. Transitions are expensive, they're big and bulky, over time they break, they just get in the way, they're not worth it if you can avoid using them, which you can't always if you're going hard surface to hard surface, like laminate to tile or to another wood floor. You'd want to then use a transition. So here, let's watch. Okay, so I'm making sure my floor is straight off that main line. Now I'm going to shove this piece on for temporary to hold my piece in here that I need to mark. Now I could just measure since I have a chalk line here, or to make sure that that is straight, again I can just lock it in with another board. And now I'll just come down here. 5 quarter. I just want to make sure I'm still straight. So once you know that you're straight, now I can mark this. Okay, so I'll go cut this real quick and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so that's the end of part 1. Make sure you go watch part 2. In part 2, I show you the continuation of this installation, and then I go and I show you several other installations, different situations where you can use this same method that I'm showing you right now in a lot of different ways to simplify your installation. I just want to say thank you for watching. Make sure you watch part 2. If this video at all has helped you, please hit the like button. Leave a comment down below too, but if you have a question that you really need answered right away, go to my Facebook page. There's a link below in the description. Click on that and ask me your questions there. I get alerted a lot faster to be able to come and answer that for you than I can on YouTube, so be sure you go check that out. I also have a link below for my website, so make sure you check that out. I have a lot of other videos on my website on tile and laminate, so please go check that out. I'm Joe the Tender. Thanks for watching.